listening to Cajun Sports Radio.
Welcome to this great edition of Cajun Sports Radio, Monday, April 22nd of 2013. I am Lane. He is Coyote. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, my boy? I'm Lane that Coyote. Kyle Green.
Okay. Adjust your mic a little bit, Dad. Talk a little louder into the mic if you don't mind for the people. We got a lot of topics to discuss here tonight. But we're going to open up with a special expert of LSU sports. And we're going to open up with that. Corey Manuel here. Let's get him connected. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk Saints schedule, draft, LSU spring game, LSU baseball. We're going to talk a bunch of things here on Cajun Sports Radio. NBA playoffs. All that's going on. Corey Manuel.
Yes.
You're on the Cajun Sports Radio with Lane and Coyote. What's going on?
Not much. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. Coyote, tell Corey how.
Hey, Corey, what's going on, man? Long time no talk.
It's been a while, man. How you been?
Good. How you been?
Doing good, man. Doing real good.
Good. Thank you for joining Cajun Sports Radio.
Yeah. It's been
no
a while,
problem. Thank you for having me.
Me and Corey, we go a long way back with the sports, and we've been doing this for about a year here. Every week we do it weekly, and I'm glad to finally bring him on. Got a lot of topics to discuss here tonight, but I said we got to open up with Corey here, and he eats, breathes LSU sports, and we got to talk right off the bat. I've been reading, and I didn't go to the LSU spring game. I've watched highlights. Not much coming out of the camp. But like what you sent me in a text message a while ago, Corey, Mettenberger seemed a little poised. He seemed like he added a little bit more maturity. And I heard Beckham had a good game. What are your thoughts on what you heard from the spring game?
Well, I thought that Mettenberger did really exceptionally well. I thought that Odell Beckham really got out there. I think that Cam Cameron really opened up the offense. I think the running backs looked really well. I think Hill's going to have another big year. I just think that the tight ends got into action. The fullbacks with J.C. Copeland coming in, he's a stud. I just think that play action looks a lot better with Mettenberger, and I think we're going to be really ready for this season.
Yeah, I hope so. Now, as far as the speed of the offense picking up, I heard that they were calling the plays at the line of scrimmage more, trying to speed things up. Did you hear anything on that?
Yes, the offense looks a lot faster because I know that Cam Cameron likes to run an exceptionally fast-paced offense. So yes, I'd say yeah.
Dad, you seem like you had a question for him. Go ahead.
No, I was just listening. That's great. Yeah, I heard it. It was, that Cam Cameron is going to just open that offense. I even heard Rivers. They say he had a great game. What you heard about that, Corey?
Yeah, I heard he did real well. I think he threw for 97 yards, 8 completions, somewhere around there. He looked real well. Him and Jennings, the new coming quarterback that just came out of high school.
I've been hearing a lot about him, Corey.
Yep.
I've been hearing a lot about this cat. Go ahead.
I think, but yeah, he looks good. His arm looks good. He can throw the ball deep. I think he's got a bright future for him.
But it's so nice to have some quarterbacks just waiting to play. It's so nice to have some backups this year. I know that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always good to have depth in any position. But yeah, definitely quarterbacks. Since LSU's had trouble in the past.
I'm not going against none of that, but I'm going to say this: it seems like LSU's always got people good in waiting until when they do finally come out it's almost like they digress as quarterbacks. You notice that? It's like
LSU
over the future, they haven't gotten better over the years. But I'm hearing now you bring in a pro-style, coordinator like Cam Crammond. That has to improve things, right? You would think, as far as building a quarterback.
I think definitely so. I think Cam Cameron just having, the experience that he's had, he's been, in some big games, and to come to LSU and to help out Mettenberger that has just a great arm, he just needs just some experience, like from a professional coach to tell him what to do. He just looked a little scarce last year, and the fact that he just stands in the pocket, but like Lane said before, he's a pro-style quarterback, but he just needs to move a little bit more.
Yeah, he is. He's got the size. I'm sorry, Dad. Go ahead.
They finally have a coach. I said they finally have a offensive coach. He is gonna, telling you, he is gonna rattle some chains over there. He's gonna make a big difference. But just like what I heard earlier today, I hate to cut in front of all this. When the first game hits in Texas, will Miles let him do what he wants to do? Answer that for me, Corey.
I think that just in the past with the Les and Cam Cameron just being good friends, I think that him coming in, he might at first, probably call a few plays, but see what kind of level each of them are on, if they're on the same page. And then I think that eventually, he might just see right away also that he's just a great coordinator and he's going to let him do his thing.
Right, good deal.
And you got to think that before Cam, and I keep saying this, before Cam took this job, you got to believe that there was he had to have agreed to some certain things. He had to have some types of agreements with Miles saying, look, I run my offense, I understand
I'm sure
you're
it's
the
in
head
the
coach.
contract.
You know what I mean? I run my offense. I understand you're going to, come in on certain things. But here is the thing with Cam Cameron. He is, he was known as being a really good offensive coordinator. Everybody talks good about him. Drew Brees, Joe Flacco. I mean, the list goes on.
Right.
The speed of the game, though, is different in college. You see that being an issue, or not really?
I don't see it as an issue whatsoever. I think that him having a fast-paced offense and us being a little slow last year, I think he'll just adapt to it and see that and just try to speed up our game. I think that will help the system just very, just significantly.
Now, to kind of flip things over, the big question mark, and me and you talked on the phone Friday, and we talked a lot about this. The question mark around the state and around LSU fans has been the defense. What are you hearing from the defensive side of the ball?
I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing, it's a very young team that's going to be this year, and I don't want everybody to just jump off at first and be like, oh, we're going to suck. And I don't think the defense is going to jump right off at you, but I think that they will progress and get well. This recruiting class that we just got had just we filled back our line. We got deep on the line. We got deep in linebacker. I just think that a lot of speed on the corners that we got. Gerald Brazil and DeAndre White. They both Brazil runs a 4.3 or a 4.2, 4.21. And White runs like a 4.3 so I don't.
Quick.
Yeah, it makes that much of a difference, especially in the SEC when that's what you're looking for, right?
Oh yeah, I just think that our coordinator, we have one of the best defensive coordinators in college football.
I agree.
I
agree.
So I think that he can get our guys up to the level that they need to be in due time. And a lot of them already early enrolled, so I think that they'll be ready to play.
I think that's hitting the nail right on the head. Now, as far as receiver, I know I keep going back and forth. Receiver-wise, is there any newcomers that you have your eye on? That you could see making a big splash this year. It seems like LSU always has that no-name freshman come out of nowhere at the receiver spot, but go ahead.
They're saying big things coming from outside of Sacred Heart. I'm not too sure of what school. He was a 3-star coming out, and then when it finally was said and done, he was a 4-star. He's 6'4", he's tall, and that's what LSU's been missing. We need somebody who can go out there with some height and jump up there and get the ball, because all the receivers are like short.
I agree. I thought a lot of times last year that was the problem. I really did. I'm not saying, I know Mettenberger struggled at the beginning of the year, but towards the end of the year, it seems like he was trying to throw some sideline routes that just weren't connecting with the receivers. But
yeah,
is this team offensively, right? You feel comfortable saying that this team offensively is going to be like night and day from last year? Do you feel confident saying that?
I think that this year that we're going to shock the hell out of some people, because I think that, a lot of people are looking at LSU. They lost a lot of people. They're going to be down. Right. A lot of people went in the draft early. But I just think we have the coaches. We have a good coaching system. A lot of people talk bad about Les Miles. I do too sometimes.
We all bash Les Miles.
But if it is what it is.
We all do. We all do, man.
But, I mean, that's sports. It happens. You get mad because you lose a game. You're going to lose. That's why you play the game. And I'm a firm believer in that with him. Just let him coach. Let him do whatever he does, scratch his head and get crazy. But I think this year that we're going to shock some people, and we're going to have a great team just because of Cam Cameron and the tight ends that we got. We're stacked in tight ends, and Cam Cameron loves to put a tight end.
That was my next question. Cam Cameron is a tight end, man, and I'm hearing it seems like in previous years we've had a lot of talent at the tight end, but we haven't involved it in our offense. We haven't worked it into our offense. I'm hearing that is a huge priority for Cam Cameron. Yes,
it is. A lot of times in the past we had great tight ends, and then some decent, and they've even had big games like Dickerson and Dixon. Yeah. I can't think of the other guy's name.
I know who you're talking about.
But this year we got some like 6'5", 6'6" tight ends, and I think that it's going to help a lot in the offense, because you got to find guys to cover those big guys, and if we can get them out in space, that can cause a lot of problems for defenses.
Well, what it does is when you get somebody else involved in an offense, in the passing game, it gets somebody else open. It frees up somebody, That's the way I kind of like to look at it. And also, something that I'm hearing he's going to want to implicate in his offense more is the check down, something I like to run in the college offense. Meaning throwing the ball to the running backs more, checking it down to the running backs more. That could really help your yards per play average. It can help LSU constantly move the ball.
I think that this year we have 4 great running backs. I think if Hilliard can finally get it going, he had a slow year. I look for him. He lost some weight. I look for him to come out strong, try to prove himself. Blue is almost 100%. I mean, he's practicing.
That's huge.
We need him. We need him bad.
We do. We really do.
We need Blue bad.
And Hill, I just hope that he goes out there and does exactly I'll take a repeat of what he did last year, because I thought he was just great in the little bit of time he played.
Just imagine if he would have got a lot of touches, guys.
He didn't even play at the beginning of the year, really.
Mm-hmm. Right. Not much. Not at all. I don't know why, Again.
What you look at?
They said McGee. They also said McGee looked really well out there. I think he had. I don't want to, don't quote me on this, but I think he had like 79 overall yards catching and receiving. Which that's not bad. So.
No, not at all. And that's what it's just going to take. It's going to take individual efforts, and I don't know. Not to kind of change the subject. We're on the subject of picking on Les Miles. During his interview Saturday night, you know how the reporters leave their cell phones right by the podium to kind of record it? One of the reporters' cell phones rings, and Les Miles answers it and talks to the person. I just thought I'd throw it out.
I mean, that's just Les Miles. That's what he does.
Yeah.
The dude, I mean, he digs in his nose on TV, he starts digging in his ear, he eats grass, he goes for it on 4th and 15. That's just what he does. It's his personality.
That's Les Miles. Dad, go ahead. You had something.
Yeah, how did you like Cameron let the quarterbacks call their own plays? I like that. They did. They got to call their own plays.
I thought that was great. Let Mettenberger get set in a system to maybe have a little confidence in himself. If he calls his own plays, he gets used to the game. And everybody else calling their own. As far as Rivers, like I said before, he did great. So I just think that people that are underestimating us are just going to be, just very sorry for saying that.
I agree. And I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Lane. No, go ahead, Lane. I'm sorry.
I'll just do a little station identification. This is Cajun Sports Radio. We are presented by BestBikeATV.com. Go check that out. We got a special LSU expert, I like to call him, because this guy eats, breathes, sleeps LSU sports. Corey Manuel, and we're discussing the LSU spring game. Anything else on this spring game before I hit you with some baseball stuff? Anything you want to
add? Kicking, as far as kicking goes, I know we lost Drew Allimore, and we lost Brad Wing.
Yep.
I think that as far as punter, I think it's going to be hard to replace him, but they have another guy who did decent. But as kicking goes, I think our kicker missed the extra point, which, that's never good in a spring game. But
no, not at all.
That's going to be they got hurt on that end, Lane. I heard that today. That's the only thing we got to worry about. They gotta straighten that mess up quick, because that ain't gonna work. They said he's struggling. Yeah, he's struggling.
Especially in the SEC, you can't give up points, or give away, leave points on the field.
No, it's a whole different league in the SEC.
Exactly. Now we have weeks to go till football season, but right now LSU baseball is in full effect and they're rolling. They get the series over Alabama 2-1. What have you seen as an aspect as a whole before this, or just as a whole, and then I'll talk to you about the series. Just go off on the LSU baseball team, Corey. Just freestyle it.
Basically, our pitching staff is solid. Our hitting is just amazing right now. Katz, Bregman, Nola, pitching. Let's see. Ibarra, Ty Ross. He had a big bomb Saturday night over the trees. They just look really well. I'd say the only thing I don't like is the Sunday pitcher, Cody Glenn. He gets in some trouble. He's a sophomore. But, he'll give you 4 or 5 innings, which isn't too bad, but he gets in binds and, he's lost a game or two. I just think he needs some experience. But as far as Nola and Ryan Eads, they're both pitching well. The other night, Nola pitched the whole game, complete game, gave up like 3 hits and struck out 10. So,
Dad last week was also talking about concerns over the Saturday pitching. Sunday pitching. What I don't understand in college baseball is, why don't you hold your best pitcher for the last game? I understand you're trying to get your win as early as you can on that Friday, but wouldn't case if you in that rubber match, wouldn't you want your best pitcher available? That's what I've never understood.
Well, I mean, most people, they want to go at him right away. In that Friday game, you pump your amp up, so you want to send your best pitcher out there to get the job done in the first game. Mm-hmm. Since you don't have to worry as hard the next 2 games, you win.
That makes perfect sense. It takes the pressure off, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Okay. Now, what's his face, the closer there? We're talking about him the other day. My mind just went blank.
Chris Cotton?
Chris Cotton. He's the real deal, isn't he? I've been very impressed with him from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Talk about him.
He's been doing very well, except I think it was Friday night.
He didn't have a good.
Or no, it was Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, that they did the extra innings, which was a crazy game, and he just gave up, some big runs. I think he gave up 3 runs. He gave up a bomb. He he didn't look right out there. But other than that game, really, he's been doing exceptionally well. Just one game can't hurt you.
Right. And how bad, though, and Dad and I were talking about this last week, how bad does one of those games that goes into all those innings and has all those at-bats, doesn't that just destroy a pitching staff? I mean, it can't be healthy for it, can it?
No, I mean, you try to save your pitching staff as much as you can and try to go through a game with only pitching maybe really your starting pitcher, but which is not likely all the time, of course. But, a reliever, a setup guy, that's as far as you want to go. But so what they went through, their pitching staff, I think they went through pretty much almost everyone.
They used everybody that was there, huh?
I think, except for like maybe 2 or 3 guys.
Right, Saturday night, yeah.
Now, in relief, now, as I'm saying, I'm kind of weak when it comes to the college game compared to pros. Will they use a starting pitcher sometimes in relief during some of these games? Would they have to? Will they throw a starter in?
Well, you don't really see that too common until, a little bit you do, but once you reach the College World Series, that's when you usually will see, you'll see, like, weird things happen. Like, well, a starting pitcher will close a game. I mean, LSU's done it before. I mean, it just, anything goes once you get there, because once you get there, you're just trying to get, the one thing.
Get the W. It's kind of like the big leagues. The big leagues, they'll do that. They'll pitch starters in relief. Just trying to, like you said, just get the W.
That's it.
That's all it's about. As far as the rest of the way, now Wednesday night, they got Tulane, right? Any problems there, or that's always a good matchup.
I think we beat Tulane last go around 14-1. We 10-run ruled them, so I don't think that it's going to be a big game. It's just usually those are tune-up games to see, and let your underclassmen get the pitch, get them ready for the big show, and that's what those games are for.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when
games are like that.
It's almost kind of like when the football team plays Appalachian State, right? Just kind of get the backups in and stuff.
Yeah, get the cobwebs out, basically, just to get ready for the weekend series.
Right. Now, Dad, you have a question before? Because you seem like you wanted to ask something.
No, I'm listening and I'm enjoying it. The baseball's unreal, but they got Tulane, but they better get ready because we're going to have a good one this weekend. Lane, I would love to. I know there's no way to do it, but for your birthday, I'd love to go see the South Carolina team, the game this weekend. I would love to go see it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll make it happen. As far as hosting regionals and super regionals, do you see LSU hosting both? Is that possible? You think that they could do that? Like
I think after this weekend, it's official for sure. If they win the series against South Carolina, I'm pretty sure they'll host a super regional and a regional.
And that's huge, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that takes a big part in it,
And, real quick, to kind of close things out, you and I on Friday, we talked for a while. We were talking about, and Dad and I have talked about this too, one of the major concerns with college baseball is it not being on television. Why, it would be nice to see more college baseball on TV, wouldn't it?
It would. I think that a lot of people like the college baseball atmosphere, and I think that they should put it on TV more because you turn on the TV and then there's bowling or people playing cards or people playing pool.
Yep.
And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see that. Any day I'd rather watch a college baseball game, no matter who it is.
I agree. I completely agree.
I can't understand that. We only got to see him Saturday night on Fox Sports Network. They didn't even have it on Cox. Yesterday,
No.
Cox, they were playing another game. I got so mad because I knew that it wasn't going to be televised. Why don't they televise that? I
don't understand.
Well, I mean, it's got to be about money. Somewhere or another, it's got to be about money.
Oh,
You know,
it is.
I just
ratings
wish
has
that-
got to be about.
We
I'm sorry,
can't
go
get
ahead.
Cox Sports Network over here because you're out of a certain area. And I don't understand that either. I just think that people should, like the company should just, expand and just make more money. But I don't know what's all into that, though.
I'm going to say one thing about the Cox. Dad finally got Cox Sports Net this year.
It just
And
popped
everybody
up.
can get
boy.
mad.
This is
That
the
is-
first
that was-
year I got it. It just popped
that
up
was-
on cable.
That's the most overrated channel I've ever seen in my life. I had to just go ahead and throw it out. It's nice, but it's overrated. I'm just going to say it.
I don't know how I got it. It just popped up one day.
Corey, as far as on a weekly basis, I know you're a busy man. On a weekly basis, you think it'd be possible if maybe we can bring you in, for a few minutes, talk some LSU sports, make you part of the show? When you're busy, that's fine.
I understand. If I have any time free at certain times, I'd be glad to come on the show and talk LSU or anything.
Yeah, we are on we're usually on at 7, but we had to start early tonight on Monday nights. So, just give me a holler, and you brought a lot to the show. We appreciate your insight.
Yeah, very, very good, man. I'll tell you what. Good. We keep up with LSU and whole 9 yards, man. Thank you.
Corey, holler at you, man.
I thank y'all for having me. I appreciate that.
And we just want to let you know you were just in front of about 10 million people. So you have instantly became famous. Just to let you know.
Well, I hope they enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll get together this weekend and we'll do something.
Okay, well, thank y'all.
All right, Corey, take it easy.
All right.
Take it easy. That was Corey Manuel. Knows a lot about LSU, doesn't he, Dad?
Oh, it was so nice to have him on, Lane. He very, very, very intelligent in sports, and I'm sure he knows the Saints just as much.
Yes, he's very big into sports and everything like that.
It was
but
nice
I didn't want to push him to, he's big into sports. We'll try to work something else in future weeks. But y'all got to understand, it's hard to do a full show with 3 people. We just push in, as much as we can with one here, expert there. And if you're an expert in anything, feel free to come on and get involved. It gives us more to talk about. Well, we had to kind of rewrite the script for our show. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that much-needed commercial break. The network is on, man. We need, mad that I haven't took the commercial break yet. So here it is. This will be our commercial break. And we will come back and talk some Saints schedule. It has been released, and so has all the other NFL teams. Darrelle Revis being traded to the Buccaneers. NBA playoffs, and with that, do you even have a segment now since Corey kind of took all of our LSU?
No, Lane.
We're going to nix
He
that.
covered it good. He covered it great.
Okay, so basically that was kind of Coyote's segment a while ago, but we will have, don't go anywhere, Saints football, NBA playoffs. We're just going to talk. Darrelle Revis talk, NFL talk. Oh, and NFL draft talk. We'll look at some of the first few rounds of the draft, since now the Jets have 2 big first-round picks. This is Cajun Sports Radio. We'll be back in a second.
Smell the gumbo? You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio.
Hey, it's Lane from Cajun Sports Radio, and right now we have to talk about Best Buy ATV. This is something that you need to know about. Best Buy ATV is a full-service mechanic shop, locally owned and operated, specializing in the repairing of most ATVs, dirt bikes, and motorcycles. They sell a full line
of aftermarket as well as factory parts and accessories. They have a factory-certified mechanic on duty at all times. They are an authorized high lifter, Gorilla, STI, and ITP dealer. They are located on Highway 1 in Echo, Louisiana, about 7 miles north of Marksville. Their operating hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit their website at www.bestbikeatv. Contact them at 318-597-9022. Once again, www.bestbikeatv.com. 318-597-9022. You're going to want to check them out. You will be very impressed. Tell them that Lane from Cajun Sports Radio sent you. Thank you.
Smell the gumbo? You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio.
You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio with Coyote and Lane.
Welcome back to America's favorite father and son sports program, Cajun Sports Radio, presented by Best Bike, ATV.com. Now, we had a huge first half of the show. We made it all LSU. We needed to do that. We needed to have that LSU blast. We had Corey on the show, and he really added a lot of dynamics to it.
Yeah, I appreciate him coming on.
We do, and we appreciate it. Once again, everybody's listening. We do apologize for the early start time. If you're just tuning in now, because it is 7, after the show, play the show over. We had a really good first half of the show. And we're going to try to stay even. We were at 7 o'clock every week, and y'all like that because the listening was up, and we were starting at 7. We'll try to continue that. If not, we'll figure something out. We hate to keep switching on y'all, but hard to do when you work, too. But,
right.
All right, here we go. Saints schedule. Now, if anybody's looked at it, it's been very controversial. Very controversial. Let's just go ahead and look through it. Preseason's kind of, we got all AFC teams that in a preseason.
Yep.
We open up Kansas City, Oakland, Houston, Miami. We got a national game in the preseason against Houston. But let's look at the start of this season, man. We open this sucker up. First off, we have 2 Monday night games. We open this sucker up against Atlanta. Okay? Then we got to go to Tampa Bay, who just got Darrell Reeves. You realize if we lose to Atlanta, it's almost like that second game's a must-win, Dad. You can't start off 0-2 in your division. You know what I mean?
I don't understand it, Lane, and I guess I'm going to get my blood pressure up right now. Why they made that schedule like that? It's like they're always trying to. And y'all, I'm not complaining. I'm not.
Oh, you ain't even seen the worst. You ain't seen the worst yet. Hold on.
Yeah, but why?
Then we play Arizona.
Yeah.
That's just the way the schedule fell. Then we play Arizona.
Always falls out.
Then, by the way, that Tampa Bay game, that second game of the year, it's at Tampa Bay at 3 o'clock. You know how we play at 3 o'clock.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Then we have Miami. By the way, we're talking about the Saints. We have Miami on Monday Night Football. I'm surprised they put that as a Monday night game. Then after that, we got to go to Chicago. And listen to this. Then go to New England. In back-to-back weeks, we got to go to Chicago and New England. In back-to-back weeks. In October. Hold on. It gets worse. Then we have a bye week. Then we play Buffalo. That's a W. I don't know. They've gotten better, but that's a W. Then we got to go to Rex. This will be a big talked about game. We got to go to Rex Ryan country in New York, where it will be the reuniting of the Ryan brothers. Rob Ryan versus Rex. That will be talked about all over the league. In New York, where there'll be a Tim Tebow appearance. We'll see. Then this is where it gets crazy. This is where the Saints are screwed. Here it is, right here, guys. Then on Sunday Night Football, we play Dallas.
Always.
Then after that, listen, that it just keeps getting worse and worse. Then after that, we got to play San Francisco in a 3 o'clock game. Then we got to turn around exactly like we did last year in a 3-day rest and play Atlanta on a Thursday night on NFL Network. And then, on top of that, right after them, we got to go play that tough... Oh, by the way, it's in Atlanta, by the way, on that Thursday night. Then we got to go to Seattle after that on Monday Night Football. In 4 weeks' time, we might be playing the 4 best teams in the NFC. And not even in 3 weeks' time, we got to play 4 games, and it might be the 4 best teams in the NFC.
Yeah. I don't know who makes this schedule, and I guess Goodell, they're going to try to shoot us in the foot again this year. But I don't understand it.
It's not that. The way it works, it is. You can figure out who we're going to play before the schedule's even put out. It's all done by how you finish in your division, and it's a rotation. What's screwed up is the way these games fall. It's not who we're playing. It's how they fall.
No, it's the way they fall, Lane. It's not who we play. It's how the way it falls.
If we could get through the end of December, early, the first part of that Monday night game against Seattle is at the beginning of December, we got it. Because to close the season out, our last 4 games, Dad, Carolina, St. Louis, Carolina, Tampa Bay. If we could get through that unbelievable stretch from, Dad, October and November are atrocious for us. This schedule is I thought last year's schedule was tough. This schedule is amazing. How bad it's crazy.
Unreal. It's just unreal. But you know what? I think we're gonna be all right. We got our coach back. That's all I can say.
Real quick, hold on.
Go ahead and talk, guy.
Yeah.
Come in.
We got Sean Payton back. I can't wait. Everybody's excited. We just got to play some football. Last year, the way it fell, we had a bad year. But I think this year we're gonna be all right. I'm anxious. I can't wait. Whoever they throw at us, let's go. Let's play some football. That's the way I look at it. I like it must be out. But other than that, I think Rob Ryan's gonna fit good. At first, I was kind of nervous about all this, but the way I understand, he's gonna rattle the defense. We're gonna get it all back. Again, I just can't wait to get this season going. Drew Brees is ready, sure. We'll see what we're gonna pick up in the draft. See how that goes, and like everything else, we just gotta sit back and just hang in there. Lane, where he went, but other than that, I'm trying to look and see. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough schedule, but that's football. Just gonna have to get it together here and just play some football, Lane.
All right, we're back here. Okay, we're back here on Cajun Sports Radio. We apologize for the delay. Dad, you still with us? Okay, we lost Dad. We apologize for that inconvenience.
Hey, cut off.
No. It's been going on. How long have you been off there? We're live back on there. We apologize. I was away from the... How long have you been off?
No. Probably about 2 minutes. It just went off.
Okay, we apologize for that. I had a visitor. Right back on track, Dad. What were you talking about?
About the Saints.
Okay.
And getting ready for the draft and getting ready for football season. Again, we just got to play football. You know? Mm-hmm. It don't matter who we play. It's time to get out there this year and play football.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Mom just came and brought me that lawnmower. But back to the schedule here. Plug your speakers in, Dad. I'm hearing an echo.
I don't know how.
Okay. We apologize for all these technical difficulties we're having here. Back to the schedule at hand. It's a tough road. It really is. It comes down to a month straight, basically, I'm saying a month and a half, almost 2 months worth of just, if you could survive that at a 500 record, you're going to be okay. It's almost at a point to where, look, okay, let's start from the beginning of the schedule, Dad. Atlanta, open the season up. What happens if we get a loss there?
Oh, no. Plus, that's a division game. You don't want that.
No, exactly. So if you get a loss there, it's almost like Tampa Bay in Tampa is a much win.
We can't go like last year. We started 0-4, and look what happened. Look what happened. You can't do that.
No, you can't do that at all. And so if you can almost survive that at 1-1, okay, let's say we go 1-1 there. We'll be realistic. Arizona, Miami, we'll say we'll win those, okay? So 3-1. Then you got at Chicago, then at New England, okay?
Oh.
So say we're 3-3. Let's be realistic. Say we lose those two. Say we're 3-3 going into the bye week, okay? Buffalo, we got to win 4-5. We go to New York. That's tough going to New York. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll say we'll lose that one. We'll be 5-5 or 4-4. Then we got Dallas. We win that one.
That's hard.
On Sunday Night Football. At home, we're going to win that one. We'll win that one.
Yeah.
At home, Sunday night. We always play good on Sunday nights at home. Okay.
Plus, that'll be a big deal, you know?
Right. So it'll be 9 games. We'll be 5-4. Here is where it goes ballistic. You got to turn around and play San Francisco. You lose that game.
That's the team they better worry about. Everybody, y'all.
Seattle, too?
49ers.
Then, okay, Imagine this. You got to play San Francisco, Atlanta, and Seattle, possibly the 3 best teams in the NFC, back-to-back in less than 3 weeks. Because you play San Francisco, then you got to turn around, get on a plane. It's exactly like last year. Last year, we played San Francisco at 3 o'clock at home. Then we turned around and went to Atlanta and played them on Thursday nights. That ended our season, if you remember right, because we lost both of them. You remember that? It ended our season.
Well, again, I know before I got cut off, we were talking. I got confidence. I got my coach back. I'm not jumping the wagon. I need to see about Rob Ryan. I know I told that to the people. At first, I wasn't happy. But what I'm hearing, Lane, he's going to rattle some chains over there. Yeah.
I agree.
He is. And I think him and Sean's going to work good together. And, again, we got Drew Brees. That's exciting. You know, he's ready to come back. You got Graham. He's excited. You know what I mean? We're going to see what the draft holds for us. That's what's making me nervous with the draft. We got to see.
speaking of the draft, okay, but right before we go into the draft, all I'm saying here is it's going to be very tough to win this division this year. I don't want to be. If we win the division this year, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb now. We win the division this year. If we don't make it to at least the NFC Championship, it's because we have an injury. Because if we win the division this year, we're going to be damn good with this schedule. If we win the division with this schedule, we're going to be damn good. We'll see. God, but man, this schedule, I don't want to let everybody down, but this schedule has a wild card written all over it at best. I hate to say it like that, but it really does. It's going to be tough to make a wild card, y'all, with this schedule. I'm a realistic fan, and this is ridiculous. It really is.
There's nothing we can do about it, Lane. We have been a Saints fan for years. I'm going to just, nothing we can do. That's the schedule. We just got to tighten up and see what's going to come for us. Last year was a disaster. And look, and y'all, let's face it. Last year, what we had to work with, I know we didn't make the play. We didn't do that bad. Think about it. We had no coach. Right, Lane?
Yeah, exactly right.
Think about what we did last year, y'all, with no coach.
And we had that tough run, but this schedule, this schedule now is it's.
Man, you got Sean Payton driving the bus now. Remember?
I don't care who you have driving the bus. I don't care if Vince Lombardi himself would be driving this bus. The schedule is a I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just saying an indoor dome team is going to have problems all the time on a schedule like this. This is not a dome team schedule. I can tell you that right now. This schedule goes against everything for a dome team.
Well, just one of them things. But I don't know how to say it, but I'm just.
I will say this.
We just got to go with it. We got to powder the canoe.
I will say this. 9 out of 10, if we do make the playoffs, we'll end up seeing a team that we played during the year. Because we play every damn good team in the NFC and AFC.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. We got a horrible schedule. But
I tell you what. Sean, Thiem, Peyton, Drew Brees, y'all want to earn y'all new contracts? Here it is. Y'all want to earn y'all money? Here it is. Get ready.
They making that big money. Let's see, I mean? They got to do something.
I can't wait because, I'm an entertainment guy. I like drama. This schedule has... I tell you what, if you're a football fan, say if you're not even a fan of the Saints, and you're listening to this, and you want to have some fun drama, and you want to see some rocky things this year, and you want to follow the Saints this year. Follow this schedule, because I'm going to tell you, whatever happens, it's going to be interesting. I can promise you, whatever happens with this, Drew Brees is going to be battle-tested on more than one appearance this year. I can tell you that much. And you see that at Chicago, at New England, if you don't run the ball, especially at New England late, you see that late game? It's at New England at 3:30 our time, which makes it, that's 4:30 their time because it's in New England. That's a night game pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a primetime game for them in October. If you can't run the ball there, I mean, we're up on it. So,
well, I got high hopes for me.
I got high hopes, but I got realistic high hopes. That stuff that went on last year with the inconsistency, it's not going to be able to work this year. The blown defensive plays and all that.
Oh, no. Hold on.
That's not working this year.
That's why I'm going, you know what I mean? We got everything back. This is the year right here. We talked about that.
I said that.
We got to have this year. We got to, and I know they throw the schedule at us. Hey.
I don't know. I said before that this year would make or break the Saints, but I don't know now. I don't know that even if the Saints go 8-8 in this schedule, if that says that they're not a good football team.
Right.
That's what's bad. I'm serious about this. I'm saying that there's a chance that this team could be really good. Well, no. this team makes the playoffs this year, they're a good football team. There ain't no doubt about it. But say you get in, that's my problem. Say you get in as a wild card. We're not going to do anything as a wild card. You can forget that. The only way the Saints are going to go anywhere towards the Super Bowl is if they get home field advantage.
Oh, you got to do it just like the last one. That's why we ran with it. Both games were home. And we had a bye.
Exactly. Dome teams do not play well outside in the playoffs. It just doesn't work, but it's going to be entertaining. Right now, if you had to spit out a record, right? I'm just for curiosity. If you had to spit out a record, what would it be right now? Looking at the schedule.
I can't answer that right now, Lane.
Yeah, you can. Come on, for fun. Just answer it. I might answer it. You can.
I don't know.
You have to. That's
with
the
the
fun
schedule
of
and
it.
all, Lane, I don't wanna call nothing now. I'm not.
You know
gonna
what?
Call
No,
nothing.
that's
I'm
not fair
I'm
because
not.
that's not fair because Jason and I predicted the season last year and we were right. You got to be a realistic fan. Come on for fun. Pick it. Pick a record. We'll see where it ends up.
I can't right now because I don't know enough. I'm not going to.
Dad, just for fun. Come on.
No,
just for fun.
no, I don't know yet. I'm not
you know what that is?
Out.
No, you know what that is? You're scared to lose, just like you lost in the March Madness tournament. You don't want to lose.
No, Lane. I'm not going to call the Saints record right now. I can't. I don't know who they draft.
It doesn't matter. Just right now.
No.
Looking at what we have now, not counting the draft. Look at right now. I'm not going to stop with this till you give me a number.
Well, I don't know, Lane, because I don't want to come back and say I was wrong.
It's okay if you're wrong. Commentators are wrong all the time. It's fun.
I don't know, Lane. We win 8 games, 9 games.
It's fun. Okay, 9 and 7. 9 and 7.
9 games.
That's not going to get us in. I'll tell you that now.
No, well, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know what we have yet. I ain't seen the defense.
It's just for fun. It's just for fun. If you had to spit out a record, spit one out just for fun. It's like the lottery. Spit a record out.
I say we're gonna have I say we'll win over 11 games.
Wow, bold prediction.
Yeah, but no, I got high. Listen to me. I got high expectations for the Saints this year after what happened last year. We got Sean Payton back. It's too early to say what a prediction is. We don't even know who they drafted yet. Listen, I'm telling you, the Saints is going to be better than what all of y'all think. You got the coach back. You got Rob Ryan that is going to make a big.
Okay, why are you so sold on Rob Ryan though? Look what he didn't do nothing with Dallas. What makes you think he'll do something with us now? Why are you so sold with him?
Because you got Sean Payton back in New Orleans. That's why. Lane, how did we go to the Super Bowl? You had Sean Payton. Everybody said Drew Brees was called. No. We got our coach back. Now, last year, you would have asked me the same question before Saints season. I would agree. I knew we wasn't going to do that last year. This year, I'm not talking about Super Bowl. We will make the playoffs. Oh, yeah.
You coming out on Cajun Sports Radio right now. You're a member of the media. You saying that we're going to make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. As far as making the playoffs, might be a wild card, but we're going to make the playoffs. Oh, yeah.
To me, I'd rather not make it than make it as a wild card. That's how I feel. Because if we make it as a wild card, we're not going to do anything. That's the way I feel. I know that.
It's like everybody says. You make the playoffs, it saves your job.
Oh, Sean Payton's job ain't. What's going to happen with Sean Payton? He ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm just saying. They're going to make the playoffs. Easy. But I can't wait to drive.
Okay, hold on. Easy? Have you looked at this?
We are trying to.
Easy?
You put me in a spot to not even talk about in April, but actually what the Saints is going to do.
Okay, hold on.
Right now?
Let's look at the draft. Okay, let's change the subject. Right now, it has the Saints are projected. Right now, it looks like to either get Mingo, the end out of LSU.
Yep.
Or the outside linebacker Jarvis Jones out of Georgia. That's who it looks like the Saints will go after.
If the
Well, the problem is the Jets are now since the Jets, which we're about to talk about, since they traded Revis, they got the draft pick from Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Guess who they're going to want now? They're going to want Mingo. So now look at this. The Jets draft 9th and 13th. They have 2 draft picks inside the top 15. That's nuts.
I know. And us, we lost first round. Huh?
No, second round.
Second round.
Saints are going to draft either Jarvis Jones, Mingo, or Litello, the guy out of Utah. I never can pronounce his name. Saints are going after defense. Jarvis Jones is an animal. You know what I'm talking about, out of Georgia. Dude's a
out of Georgia. Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable.
I'm a big Mingo man, but I think I want a linebacker here. I think I want the guy out of Georgia more than I want Mingo.
Man, we need to beat that defense. Yeah. Good call. We got to do something after last year without defense. It don't matter what coach you got. Man, that was horrible. We gotta do something on defense.
Yeah.
We got to get that defense right. Our offense did. We had no defense.
Which, by the way, NFL Draft Thursday, 7:00 Central Time. We will not be doing a live. Dad is having mouth surgery. He will not be able to talk. He's having some tooth work done. Can't do it, and plus other things are allowing us not to. But guess what? Monday we will be all over it. Part of our Cajun Sports Radio broadcast. It's going to be interesting. Now, this year's draft, Dad, is not. It don't have the big names like last year.
Oh no,
but the first round is still going to be. I think first round's going to surprise some people. I really do. We'll see.
You know what I heard today?
What's
and
that?
this is I was surprised. Out of all the LSU,
don't say
went for the draft. Listen to this. I heard they looking right now at Ford going in the first round. He's the only one with LSU right now looking at the first round.
No, that's wrong. Mingo, Dad. Mingo's the top one out of LSU. Mingo
and Ford, I said.
Mingo's the number 1 guy. He's like 9th. He's the defensive end.
Yeah. And Ford.
I don't see Ford going in the first round. Yeah. I don't mean to go against you. I really just... Okay, right now, another competition, because I like doing this with you. I'm betting $10, I don't know, whatever special bet. Ford doesn't go in the first round, Dad. Where did you get this that he's going in the first round?
Well, you know where I got it from. I got that and another thing.
Eric Reed. You forgot about Eric Reed. He's going to go in the first round. How about Kevin Minter? Dad, LSU's got like 4 people going in the first round from what I'm seeing here.
Well, they're talking about Ford right now. Everybody's going nuts over. I don't know what happened. I guess the combine, he just went berserk.
Combine was 2 months ago.
I know, but they're talking about him now. The kicker, he's done. He won't even make it. The kicker for LSU.
I know you're talking about.
Hold on.
The punter or the kicker?
The punter.
Yeah, the guy from
Australia, whatever.
Australia. Yeah, everybody knows who we're talking. Brad Wing.
Yeah, Wing. They're talking about him not even making it.
I
thought he was good. I thought he was good.
He is. But, Dad, most punters and kickers don't get drafted. And if they do get drafted, it's like the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah. And Shepard, Shepard, too, they don't think.
Oh, it's hard to get drafted. But we see, look at Pierre Thomas, non-drafted.
Yep.
The Saints kicker right now. What's his face? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. I don't know. So many names.
Yeah.
He was undrafted. Most kickers and punters, a lot of them don't get drafted. They just get picked up. LSU.
I'm anxious to see where Ford goes.
He ain't going in the first round.
I don't know what happened this week. He moved up so many points. I don't know what happened.
Going in the first round.
They are just going crazy off of him.
What? He's not. I'm sorry. There's no way he goes in the first round.
Oh yeah,
it's not happening.
Yeah.
He might go in the second or third round out. He is not going. He's not first round talent. He's not going in the first round.
All right, we'll see.
I'll bet anything. I tell you what. We could call the new radio. I will change the name of the radio show to the Coyote Radio Show or Sports Radio Show if he gets drafted in the first round. You get the show. Have it. Take it.
No, Lane, just the stuff I've been reading and keeping up with it. They just angels. The angels get forward out there.
Now you got. What are you trying? Boy, you got Kevin Minter. You got Eric Reed. Those are going to be first-round picks. You got Mingo. Yeah. That's first-round picks.
Okay. I understand. But everybody's counting Ford out.
He might be a second or third-round pick, but he's not going to be a first-round pick.
We'll see. That's what's nice to see about the draft. What happens? Yeah.
Well, I hope you don't want to. I hope you're not excited to see him Thursday because you ain't seeing him Thursday night. You will not see that. You will not hear his name called on Thursday night.
Okay. We'll see.
Hold on. Here we go. Look, I'm just to keep things updated right now. Okay, here's the last thing on Michael Ford. LSU running back Michael Ford needs to improve his stock at NFL Combine. He did. He improved. Here's the rankings. This is the running back rankings right now. As far as just the draft. Here we go. Ford's capped off his... Okay, we all know that. What we're hearing... Look, he did good. He's got a grade of 59 right now. The only good thing that they like about him, he ran a 4.5. He had a vertical of 39. Broad jump of 130. That's good. I'll give you that. That is good.
Yep.
Where his ranking is. Let's pull up his ranking real quick, and we're going to move to the NBA playoffs real quick.
Yeah.
We things we started early. He ranked right now. Okay, they don't even have Eddie Lacy going in the first round. You know who Eddie Lacy is? Eddie Lacy is the best running back in this draft. They're running back for Alabama. They don't even have no running backs going in the first round. They have Ford ranked. Look, he's not even in the top 10 in running backs. He got him 16th in running backs. Where are you hearing the first round? It's not happening. He's not getting drafted. I don't know where you came up with this. They haven't projected getting drafted between the 4th and 6th round.
Okay.
They got Spencer Ware on top of them. They got Spencer Ware having more of a...
Well, a lot of these things here, Lane, I know a lot of the drafts in the past, it's a lot of surprises. A lot of surprises. And we'll see. We'll see.
No, real quick. Reveal your source. I don't care who it is. Where are you getting this from? Reveal it.
Tiger Talk.
Who said this?
Tiger Talk, Ron and Lynn Robb.
He said he's going. You sure he didn't say he's going to get drafted? He said he's going in the first round. Now, come on.
They think. It's not for sure.
I can't let you get away with this.
He's going in the first round. And look, Lane, it shocked me. It did.
It's not going to happen. Daddy will be lucky to go in the 3rd round or the 4th round. I can't let you slide on this. The man is not going in the first round. There's
we'll
no way.
See, Lane. I tell you what, if he don't go in the first round, 2nd round, quick.
No. I'll even give you the 2nd round too. He ain't getting drafted. No.
Okay.
Nah, the bet was the 1st round. You ain't getting out of it.
Look at it, Lane. He's better. If LSU would have played him more, the guy's better than what everybody thinks.
Michael Ford is very talented.
You know how many times he got LSU out of a bind? And Les Miles didn't play him like we thought he would.
No, I know you're
you
trying
know
to be
that.
slick here. Yeah, I know.
Uncle Randy, your uncle backed me up on that.
No, yeah, he
That's a lot of
times
that they didn't play him.
I know.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Now let's go into the NBA playoffs here. Okay, here we got a new message coming into the zone. Corey Manuel says thanks to Coyote. He appreciates you welcoming him into the show, Dad. So I just thought
okay.
update.
It was great to have him. Corey, Come back anytime. Very nice time.
Right now, Saturday and Sunday, all of the home teams won game one. And I think 80% of the time, the team who wins game one wins it all. The Lakers, they just ain't got the speed. They don't have the talent. It's over with. They're not going to win. Kobe's not coming out of that back door. Oklahoma City trashed Houston. Look, Houston had their best game last night and still couldn't keep up with Oklahoma City. They're going to win.
120 to 91. I couldn't believe that.
And let me tell you something. Houston actually played decent in that game. That's what's sad.
Yeah. Wow.
And let me tell you something. The Bucks, that score shows a blowout between the Bucks and the Heat. I watched NBA all weekend. Bucks kind of stayed with the Heat. They really did. They kept it close for a while. But that one's going to be... Now we move on to the games that happened Saturday. And those matchups. Clippers are going to take care of the Grizzlies. Chris Paul and them are going to take care of business. Celtics played good, Dad, until the end of the game. The Knicks just got hot. Carmelo Anthony started hitting threes.
Right.
I see the Knicks winning that series. Basically, everybody who won game one should win the series. Now, a series you need to keep your eye on is the Warriors versus the Nuggets. That was a really good game, game one. It went down to the end. That one might go 7 games, Dad.
Right.
Right.
But that was a close one. That was a close game. Very close. I'll watch that one. Yeah.
It's going to be fun right now going on. You got 3 games tonight. Bulls Nets, which I already tipped off. That score, I had that a while ago. There's what's his face isn't coming out. Derrick Rose isn't going to play, which kills the Bulls. I think the Nets are going to win that series. And then, by the way, you get Rockets Thunder again tonight. They're playing a doubleheader. No, that's wrong. I just blew all that. That's wrong. I'm looking at next Monday. I apologize. That was terrible. Here's the games we got tonight. We got 2 games. Bulls and Nets. Bulls up 14-12. And then later tonight you got Chris Paul and the Clippers taking on the Grizzlies. Dad, go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, go ahead. No, I was fixing to tell you the score. But go ahead. You already got it. I was fixing to tell you. Go ahead.
Which we get most of our listeners through replay anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. I see the second round being really fun because the way it's setting up to be, it's going to be the Clippers versus San Antonio. No. Clippers versus Oklahoma City, which I think those are the 2 best teams in the... Whoever wins that game, I think, is going to the finals.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that Oklahoma City, they good.
Oh, them boys, they're really good. Let me tell you something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they good.
Their fan base is unbelievable. And you want to know how their whole fan base was discovered?
How's that?
The New Orleans Hornets. The Hornets went and played in their arena when the Hurricane Katrina happened, and the people went nuts over them.
That's right. You remember that?
It's true, and they have an unbelievable fan base over there. They all did last night. It was a fun game watching them play Houston. They all had the same shirts on in the arena. They all had blue shirts on. And, Dad, they're so fast. Man, they're so fast. So in the West, if you want to have a chance to make it to the finals in the West, you better be quick. That's why I just don't see San Antonio doing it. I think whoever wins, the second round is going to mean more than the third round, which is the Western Conference Finals. The second round is going to tell all. It really is.
Yeah, the Spurs are going to take care of the Lakers. Then after that, they're done. They're done.
I agree. They're going to lose to Denver, I think.
Oh, yeah. Just, you're going to knock all that out, and it's over. Mm-hmm. But I got to really watch the Lakers. I know without Kobe Bryant and all that. I'm so tired of hearing that. But they just don't have it, Lane. No. You know.
And then what was interesting is Kobe was tweeting during the game, y'all. He was tweeting and he was nitpicking. I was keeping up with it. It was interesting. He kept second guessing the coach, Dad. He kept putting, we need to go into post. We need to go do. He was doing all this while sitting at his house. And then the coach was asked about it, D'Antoni, and D'Antoni kind of rolled his eyes. Like saying, why is he contradicting me?
Yeah.
He's not the coach.
Let him coach. You know?
But he had a point in a lot of terms. And somebody made a point about this morning. We're about to shut the things down, but real quick. Somebody made a point this morning. Miami, you look at them, they're all best friends. They all get along. Oklahoma City, everybody's close. Everybody just gets along, coaches, everything. San Antonio, they've always been a strong knit bunch. The Lakers, it's not working this year. The talent they've had, they second guess. Do you think? Let me ask you this question, Dan. You being from the old school, do you think if Kobe would have disagreed with something that Phil Jackson did, do you think he would have tweeted about it and second guessed him like that?
Oh no, I guess not.
No way in hell. Guess what?
Not that wouldn't have happened.
There's rumors going around. This is a known fact. It's been spread around that Phil Jackson is hungry to go back in the league. He wants to be back in the league next year.
Yeah. He's ready to go back and not want all what he wanted last year with having the front office and all that. That's gonna all change.
Yeah, remember he didn't want to travel. Remember that? He wanted to stay home.
He didn't want to travel. Plus, he wanted access.
He wanted ownership of the team.
Come on, man.
And ownership of the team.
Yeah.
Now, you do know that Phil is engaged to the Lakers' owner's sister.
Oh, yeah. So, I sure do.
Phil Jackson's going to – I tell you what, the Lakers are going to get beat bad in this series.
It's over.
Dwight Howard, I think you might as well start packing your bags. I think you're gone. I don't think they're going to keep you too much money. And you haven't showed – you're more worried about being famous, and he's all a big show. Yep. You don't want to win ball games. Get Dwight out.
They just don't play team ball. I seen that yesterday. Ball. They don't play team ball, eh?
No team ball. They're out of sync, and they miss open shots.
Yeah, they just, and the Spurs is always in the playoffs.
Always good shit. Excuse the language. They're always winning 50-something games. They're always well coached. You know, they just – you watch these – let me tell you something about the NBA, which is so unbelievable. As you watch the vertical, you sit down and you watch the game and you see how much of a difference it makes. The vertical jumps of, the size. If you don't have any type of size or height, it's just amazing. You're in a bind, It's amazing how much of a difference it is. But then you watch somebody like Chris Paul, that it's amazing his size, what he's able to do, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Really he's one of the best. He's just so fast. He's just good, and I'm glad I got to see him play.
Yeah,
when he played,
you know what? And I'm glad he got to go somewhere to where he could shine. You know what I mean? To a big market, he deserved it.
Yeah, and I like the way the Hornets, New Orleans treated him when he went over there. Mm-hmm. Everybody stood up and still clapped.
Which, by the way, week after week after week for the next few weeks, NBA playoff coverage. We're breaking it down, and I'm sorry if it was limited tonight. We had so much other stuff to talk about that it was kind of light. Kind of the same thing next week. We're going to be talking more NBA, also the NFL draft, also talking some more LSU baseball. Hopefully we bring Corey back on. Maybe some more Saints talk, LSU football talk. Just
baseball, too.
Baseball, everything.
And got a huge weekend. They better get ready for this one.
Yeah, it's big, and that's a big stretch. And everybody's excited, man, for the playoffs with the NBA going on right now. People, even if I try to explain this to people, I don't care. I don't watch the NBA every game until the playoffs. The playoffs is a whole nother season. The NBA is really fun to watch in the playoffs. Give it a try.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like the NBA, but it's amazing how you get to see the athleticism of these guys and how talented they are for these playoff games. It's really fun to watch. It really is. Guys, we're going to close things out here. Once again, we appreciate everybody for listening, and we started a little early, but we had a special guest. We appreciate him for coming on, Corey.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Corey, for coming on.
And, guys, we wrapped up another edition of Cajun Sports Radio. With your help, we sorry about the technical difficulties we had earlier, but we fixed it. And Dad, you did a good job. You picked up the slack for me. Pretty good.
Ain't no problem, Lane. I just want to mention again, y'all. Our prayers go out again for the people in the Boston Marathon. and they end up capturing both of them. One they took care of. The other one is they got both of them.
As if it's not to go against you. You know, you were doing so good in this episode. It's if everybody in the world doesn't already know that, you know? Well, it's not as if it ain't been on TV every 5. It's not like it's not been on every channel. You know, I understand you want to talk about it, but reporting it as if nobody knows.
I'm just keeping up with it because it's a side deal. Because, anyway, it's just a side deal. And, you know what I mean? It's just bad.
Very bad. I'm ready. I'm on the other side of the fence. I'm tired. The media has took this story and just completely raped it and just took it way overboard.
It's something you need to think about, Lane, because they got some crazy people out here. You know, you don't know if they're going to do it again or whatever. But we'll see how the draft goes, and we'll see how Michael Ford comes out in the first round, and we'll see from there. Okay, my boy. All right, God.
This is Cajun Sports Radio. We're presented by Best Spike ATV. Go check out CajunSportsRadio.com. Thanks for listening.
Thank y'all.
You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio with Coyote and Lane.